breakdown of what I'm looking at. GM, one quick question: why is everyone suddenly moving to Fute's Plats? What do you mean? What does that even mean? What does Fute's Plats mean? Platinum futures? I haven't really seen anyone trading platinum futures. I know I know that market's a little wild as well. Like there's days where like platinum futures will move like 10% in a day. So, um, yeah, I know this market's a little wild. I haven't personally traded platinum futures. I've only been trading silver and gold futures. GC is going back to VWAP. Not yet. Not yet. I have no idea. X4. I have no idea. All right. So today there's no news. No news today. No like big news events. We had a very bullish overnight session. The Fed is pumping money into the market, so that might spark up more inflation, devalue the dollar a little bit. So you should see metals continue to rally off of it. NQ rallied really, really hard last night too. So I would look for trend continuation here, but I would expect this to pull back, especially since this True Day open didn't sweep. So what I use here, what I would be using on NQ would be the True Day open stat for us to pull back down into that 600 region, because London didn't sweep True Day. It's got a very high probability that we do sweep it. We also haven't returned to VWAP since the second standard deviation band's been hit. On silver bounced cleanly out of 70s, right? We dipped below there and then reclaimed that. We stayed above this all night last night, above the 70s. We're pushing back into this low volume node. I think we're going to push through this. This low volume node is from this higher time frame profile. I'd be looking for silver to move to 75s. I'd be looking for silver to move to 75s. The next area that I have is that 75 area. It's a lower time frame value area high. You have a higher time frame value area high up here at 76. 76 has also been it's been an interesting level. We've traded around that 76 area a lot. It's I would think it would be 75. That would be the area to gauge, because it's a nice round number. But whenever we've had these pushes, right, like we were failing up near the 76 level. Here we pushed above 76, and then this is where like we started to fail. Like we were fighting to stay above here, started to fail down. Now we're heading back up towards it. So I'd be paying attention to that 75, 76 area. And then GC's continuing to rally. I personally would not try to fade this. We should return to VWAP at some point. Doesn't mean we need to. We might just trend all day, but I'd like to see like a pull down to VWAP, and then a continuation higher. I think the sell-off the last few days on GC was manipulation. You do have that value area high up at 44.40. That's the next area I'd look for the draw to be. And silver's continuing higher as well, which is nice. How's everyone doing today? What's good, Depot? How you doing, bro? And if anyone's in the YouTube chat and you guys got questions or anything, just let me know. I have that pulled up. days lately. Facts. What, Deepak, what day do you move to Japan, bro? Like, what day do you leave? February 26th. Okay. Yeah, you're right there, bro. February 13th. Okay. Yeah, that is a good start to the new year, Rich, too. Dude, I saw all Uranus's callouts last night, and then I also saw, like, I saw silver. I got out. Like, I longed this. I longed this back here. I took it up to, like, here, and I got out, and I locked the account because I was up, like, 10K. Then I saw we dipped back down to this lower band, and then I saw we just started ripping, and I was like, bro, this is doing exactly what I wanted, because I wanted that New York high to sweep. I was looking for that New York high to sweep based off the stat, and silver did exactly what I wanted, but I was like, I'm locked out. I'm locked out, I can't trade it. It's all good, though. Yeah, Deepal, it's all good, bro. We were busy playing some Arc Raiders, bro. Isn't silver problematic? Not necessarily. Some prop firms don't offer the micro product, and I wouldn't recommend you guys start trading silver. It's a pretty wild instrument. It's a little bit harder to read than something like gold. I would just be I'd be cautious if you guys are deciding to trade silver. Some props don't have the micro products available, which if they don't have the micro products, they only have the mini. Don't trade silver. Don't trade silver. If your prop firm does not have the prop firm that you're using does not have the micro product. Ooh, Alpha Futures approved my payout, baby. Fuck yeah. Let's go, bro. Silver does an IQ test for new traders. Easy way to lose it all. Yeah, bro. It's it's tough. Silver view right now for buy or sell side. I don't use liquidity. If you're in the YouTube chat, I don't use ICT concept. I'm expecting silver to continue to move up. I would be looking for 75 to 76 today. We could push higher, but yeah, I mean, very bullish overnight session. Continuing to show some strength in this pre-market session. We did just dip down, but we already made this clean pivot. And gold's also continuing higher. Gold's back up to 44.10. We might see a pull down here. We might come back down to the overnight VWAP. But I'm expecting silver to continue to head back up towards this value area high, up at 75. Yeah, all the lives are recorded, Dave. They just go on my they just go on my YouTube. 200K per month this year? No. People out here not passing combines on New York and Cuba think they can trade silver. Nah. Yeah, silver is a different animal, bro. What are good stats on silver? IB, sweeps, etc. The stats are pretty similar to GC. Asia sweeping one side in New York. The IB works. The IB works on silver, and then VWAP mean reversion. Those are like my 3 favorite stats. I have a YouTube video that I filmed it. It needs to get edited. It's been sitting in the drive for like a week and a half. It just hasn't been edited, and I don't know why. I need to talk to Eric about that. Yeah. I know Baron made 50 racks tonight. No, sir. No, sir. Not 50. I made some good money. Not 50, though. Do I still trade at NQ? No. I haven't really touched NQ in a while, bro. Higher? No. Lower is easy. Nothing that crazy, bro. Nothing that crazy. I am in a silver long right now, but we'll see if it plays. I got in it before I hopped on the stream too. Oh, they gave me back my alpha account already. This is the long I'm in. I'm break even on the trade, so if this plays, it plays. If not, it's alright. Got a GC long when it dipped to that 4,000 decall. Is that what you mean? What are my confluences? I'm looking at the price action, just the way we pivoted. You can also pull a fib on this. It's right at that 0.5 from the previous pivot. Nothing too crazy. As long as the volatility's there, X4, then yeah, I'm gonna trade silver. But if the volatility starts to dry out, then I'm not gonna trade it anymore. I don't think, like, to me, it's more. I'm more consistent trading GC. Let me just put it that way. There are good opportunities in silver to make a lot of money very quickly, but GC's the life, bro. I do streams daily. Fax money printer. Do you think silver is a bit risky with all the issues with the banks? They really want it down? Yeah, there is some risk with it. I mean, the CME increased margin requirements by like 30 or 35% in the last week, which that can kill the rally, but that margin requirement goes both ways, right? It means it costs more to open a leverage position on longs and shorts. So, you know, you could see silver dip because of it. You could also see just volatility come down a little bit, right? Instead of having these days where we're fluctuating 10%, could drop to like 5 to 7%. But yeah, they're trying to limit volatility. I think based off how physical silver's price has remained elevated, I don't think it kills the rally right now. I personally I had some option swings on the in my personal account. I took them off on Friday. during New York session when we started to fall. I took them off like here. Jesus. Because I was like, I don't want to sit through the pain of having to look at my account balance drop like. I don't want to sit through the pain of watching the positions I had on go from like positive 50-60% to neutral or like net negative. So I just took them off. I might reopen them today though. What are my goals in trading 2026? I'm actually doing a goal setting live stream later today, so I'll talk about that on there. The fact that silver's still below $80 in the US but way over 100 in Asia, it's fraud. It's not necessarily fraud, it's just the paper contract does not align with physical prices, which your paper contracts, right, your futures contracts should be related to the physical asset. It doesn't make sense. Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Like, your paper contract is a derivative of the physical asset. So when your paper contract is not reflecting that, it needs to be rebalanced. There needs to be a rebalancing that happens. Alright, we got COMEX open in like 2 minutes here. See what happens. Gold's just not slowing down at all. The silver's lagging a little bit, but I'm still in that long. I'm gonna hold it. I'm from 4,000 on a combine though. Hey, I mean, that's still a nice trade. That's still a nice trade, bro. Silver's silver's not playing nice. How long was it? I'm not going to tell you what I'm not going to tell you what position to take. I don't like to directly tell people like what trades they should be taking. That reminds me. I have to do something. I have to pull out the risk disclosure. I'm about to get stopped on that silver long. Oh. Okay, yeah, I got stopped. It wakes me out. Alright. Alright, I gotta run the risk disclosure really quick. I just gotta hold that up for like 15 seconds. Or so. Sorry, Ryan, I spoke too soon. The Jews listened. That's crazy. You cooked in Asia? 9K? Yep. Yes, sir. sir. Alright. I think we're good off that. Hopefully we get some volatility back in NQ. Yeah, there should be good volatility coming into next week on NQ. That's a pretty brutal COMEX open. Should I wait till next year, or is just December PA? I mean, you can wait till next week. Clutch. You can wait till next week, or you can just trade now. What are sellers saying though? I mean, they're aggressive. And they're aggressive, but we'll see if they get anything. We might push back down towards VWAP. Yeah, I'm looking to trade today, purple. I'm looking to trade. Yeah, that's nasty. That is nasty. See if this value area high holds. This is pretty aggressive. Yeah, Briller I have. Second standard deviation band reversals. Yeah. They're clean. Those stats are clean. You're getting some pickup. GC's right back at that value area high. See if it holds. Also VWAP. Now back off VWAP. Yeah. We'll see if it holds. It can work like that and then still dumb. But I'm leaning towards the upside here. NQ is slow right now.
Yeah, I mean it's because metals start moving at like 8:20.
Metals move in the pre-market. Yeah, NQ's sometimes NQ moves in pre-market, but most of the time it doesn't move till the New York Open, or it will move very slowly. Okay, you want this? Yeah, I think NQ should head back down to that 600 level with that true day open. Yeah, dude, the London moves for like metals suck too. Bro, what is this? What is this Charlie Kirk tough baby gif, bro? I'm deleting this. I'm deleting this, bro. My webcam's frozen. Is it? No, no, it's not. It doesn't look frozen on my side. Stream is off now. On my side, it looks fine. Okay, here, I'm gonna hop off stage and then I'm just gonna hop back on. Alright. Are we back? Okay, cool. Here, I just wanted to say thank you for your Don't Give Up video. It truly inspired me. I refuse to give up. Good to hear, bro. Yeah, I got a lot of good feedback on that video. Do you have a freedom number in mind before you'll quit / slow down on day trading, like a fire number? Kind of. Kind of. Bro. Anakin Obi-Wan debate? Dude, Obi-Wan's the goat. What do you mean? What do you mean? At least you still got the best sounding V8 in the group. Yeah, Eric went and bought a fucking 4-cylinder, bro. He bought a fucking 4-cylinder. He bought a 4-cylinder AMG, bro. I was like, that's not an AMG, dude. It's still an AMG. That thing's quick as fuck, too, bro. No, it's a C63S. It's a C63S. It's just the new ones have 4 bangers in them. It's a 4-banger hybrid. It's still fast as shit, dude. It's still a dope fucking car. But not having the V8 in it, I'm like, it's not a true AMG, bro. Anakin made the right choice. Bro, you're telling me Obi-Wan ain't the GOAT, bro? W204? Yeah, I was looking at if I didn't pick up the M3. I was torn between the M3 and a W204. I'd like to see Gold hold this VWAP. Gold's right at VWAP. I'd like to see it hold it. Why not American Muscle? I don't mind American muscle cars. I just like I just prefer German cars. Me and Baron got the Go German muscle car. Yeah, I need to toss an exhaust on it. Toss an exhaust and some wheels on it. Get the carbon plenum. I'm not gonna get the carbon plenum because I might supercharge it at some point. Yeah, this is silver heat map X4. I don't like how silver. I don't like how silver and gold aren't moving together right now. But they're not necessarily fully correlated. No buyers have come in on gold yet. It looks like the silver buyers. There's been buyers stepping up. Gold, there's no buyers in here yet. NQ's still super slow. Yeah, well, it's pre-market, bro. Like, this is an open. This is open for metals. Like, metals open at 820. I only slept 4 hours last night. Am I cooked or can I still trade? I've traded off low sleep. I'd just be cautious of it. R34 is nice but overrated. I think R34s are a little overrated, bro. You're down quit trading videos, super good, thank you. Yeah, it was a video I wanted to make. I want to make more. I want to be putting out at least a YouTube video a week. Have you thought about living off grid when CBDC gets rolled out in the next 10 years? No, I'm good. I shorted the CBD divergence on GC just before the open. Another 500 locked up. Good stuff, Rich, too. Yeah, I need to pull up profitable. I'm just gonna switch between profitable and bookmap. There's a nice CVD divergence on silver. Let's see. There's been big buyers stepping up on GC, but the trend hasn't changed yet. This bounce looks cleaner on silver so far, but sellers could step back up. So it looks hella choppy. GC looks clean. Yeah, I mean the sell-off leg's clean on GC. I just want to see a bounce. Silver's bounce looks a little bit cleaner. IDKY, sometimes I want to kiss Baron for being the GOAT. Oh, that's crazy, bro. How long did it take to learn and integrate Bookmap? I don't think it took me that long, but it's definitely a different way of looking at the market. I understand why it might take people some more time to learn it. I'm just wondering if it's necessary. No, it's not necessary. Order flow and heat maps, they're not necessary. I mean, it helps. It can help. It can also be... Some people find it helpful. Some people might look at it and think it's overly complicated and it hurts your trading. And I can definitely understand why. Like, adding another tool into your trading doesn't necessarily change anything. It's how do you use that tool? Is the tool beneficial? Which prop firm kept trying to fuck me out of payouts? You know, I was denied... I've been denied 3 payouts at Alpha. 2 of them were for 15K. And those were... The denial reasons were order book spamming. So I changed the way I was trading on there, because how I would initially do positions, especially when I was trading heavier size, even if I was just trading 2 or 3 contracts, I'd put 1 contract on first, and then I'd adjust my stop loss on my TP, and I'd say, okay, I like where my stop loss and my TP are at. Now I'm just going to add into the position, and I'd leave the button on, instead of switching it up to adding 3 at a time or adding 5 at a time, I put 1, I left the button on like add 1 at a time, and I just spam it. And they were saying you're taking advantage of sim fills, which you can't do in a live account. And then I showed them, you can still do this in a live account, because I was in a Top Step live at the time, and they were like, well, it's still a rule break, so we're denying your payouts and deducting the funds from your accounts. I changed what I was doing there. Haven't had an issue since. And then I was denied a payout for news trading as well for $3,000. That one was my fault, because I know the news trading rule exists. I completely forgot about news on that day, so that one was on me. And then my funded futures, I requested $178,000. They paid me out $75K. And that was because of, they had a contract. And I had gone through, their entire website, all their FAQ. I talked to support multiple times. I had asked, hey, there's no payout cap in expert accounts, right? And they said, yeah, no payout caps, you're good to go. I request the payout, and then they're like, hey, we're going to have you hop on a call with our risk manager. And they immediately pulled out a contract that you sign right when you create the account. And they're like, you sign this contract saying you sign this contract that states the max payout in sim accounts is $25,000. And I was like, oh my god, this is such fucking bullshit, bro. What's good, Caleb? How you doing? Good morning, Caleb. Caleb, I'm not sure on that one. Some of the cars are probably going to be 25 plus. Some of them will probably be 21. Am I looking for cells? No, I'm looking for GC to get some pickup. I'm looking for it to reclaim this VWAP and start pushing higher again. Did I catch anything in the overnight? Yeah, I caught silver longs last night. I like how these buyers are holding up on silver. I just want to see the same thing on GC. There's just no buyers stepping in yet. What I'd like to see out of GC is reclaim through VWAP, strong buyers come in, and then head back towards those highs. No, I took them before. I took them in here. Like I took them off this VWAP retest, and I just wrote it up to here, then closed it out. I also caught a piece of that open. I caught that long off open. I'm gonna get what I can from my fund of futures and dip. Yeah, they've changed the program around. I think the max payouts now is 100K. On sim, which is better. I don't know if that contract's still a thing. Silver's looking nice. Caleb, the way that worked, they let me take a 60K payout, and they gave me 15K for a live account, which I traded it for a little bit. I lost some money, and then I was like, this doesn't make sense for me to be trading. I'm just going to take the full payout because you could take the payout on the first day. So I pulled out whatever was left in there. I think it was like 7,500 or something. I probably wouldn't have traded the account great anyway because I was kind of pissed off about it. But like when I requested, like when I was running that account up, I even made a reel on it. I remember making the reel on it. I was like, I don't know if they're going to pay me out. I don't know if they're going to pay me out. And I was correct in assuming that it was. Yeah, they still they hid that 25K away. I checked everything, bro. I read the contract. When you go to buy like one of their accounts, there was you had to agree to like an account agreement. And I read through that entire thing, and there was no mention of a payout cap in there. It said expert accounts have a unlimited payout cap or whatever, but then they have a contract saying, okay, well, your max sim payout available is 25K. And it was just hidden away. Everything I checked online did not mention it. Support never mentioned it. It was fucking annoying. Is this Apex? No, my phone to futures. Yeah, it said no payout caps. So I'm like, okay, cool. But I knew it was such a large amount that they might deny it. No, they've changed it. They've changed it since. Now it's 100K on the cap. When you're gonna open your own live account, to me, it's easier to trade props. Like, I understand that you don't get all the money out of props, but the ROIs, if you can properly trade prop firm accounts, the ROI is incredibly high. With live accounts, you have to worry about margin requirements. You have to worry about, it's your own capital. If I put 5K in a live account and I blow that shit, that's 5K down the drain when I could have put the 5K in investments and then spent $1,000 on prop firm accounts and gotten a better return on it. Yeah, like I mean on Lucid I paid what, $700 to get 25K in payouts. $700 to 25K is insane ROI. That's insane ROI. You're not going to get that in a lot of different markets. Like the opportunity with props right now is insane. No, Top Step's never denied a payout. BK, I've never had an issue with Top Step. Top Step has never denied me a payout. The only time I've ever heard of Top Step denying someone payouts is because they are hedging, where they're long on one account and short on another, or they're long on like NQ and short on MNQ, or they've done chargebacks on credit cards. That's the only time I've ever heard of Top Step denying a payout. The only thing on Lucid is the low payout cap. Everything else is great. Yeah. But, like their support's good. And the low payout cap, I don't think that's an issue. A lot of you guys see the low payout cap and you're like, oh, well, like 2,000's not enough. Well, if you're running 5 accounts, that's 10K. That's 10K with 5 accounts. Up to 10K a week. That's a lot, bro. And it's easier to get to those smaller payout caps. What was the order book spam thing I was talking about? That was on Alpha Futures. 99% of people funded are not taking max payouts. Yeah, I mean, like, you can go on Alpha's site and see, like, you can see their leaderboard. I'll even pull it up. Like, I'm probably pretty close to being on this leaderboard, right? Like, this is the top 5 people for the last week. You've got one person taking a max payout on 3 accounts, and then it drops significantly. So most people are not taking max payouts. Just be aware of that. Your new psych video is so relatable. Thank you. Spent 100 quid on a 50k Top Step account, ran it to 37k in a week, then lost it in 2 days. Yeah, I mean, I've done shit like that. You need to set DLLs. What copy trader do you use? I only use the copy traders inside the trading platforms. I don't have an external copy trader that I use. I prefer lower payout caps to keep me consistent. Yeah, I think it's smarter. I think it's smarter for the trader. Like, it's easier to get those lower payout caps. What's my thoughts on Project X getting removed from other firms except Top Step? I don't think it's that big of an issue. Is the Gold IB different? There's 2 IBs on Gold. There's a COMEX IB and there's a COMEX IB and there's a New York IB. COMEX is good till 11 a.m. and then the New York IB is good for the whole day. Am I still trading NQ? No. I don't really touch NQ. I mostly just trade metals now. I mostly just trade gold and silver. I'm mostly a gold trader still. Mostly a gold trader. I'm dabbling with silver. There's still no buyers on GC. There's a slight CVD divergence here. Your CVD went slightly lower, and you didn't make a new low. It's not massive, but it is there. So see if gold gets some pickup. You have more sellers in the market, but your price isn't moving lower. It's a very minor divergence though. It's not massive. Profitable hasn't called it out either. What do I look for in Bookmap? I keep things very simple for my order flow. I mostly just look for aggressive sellers, aggressive buyers, absorption, exhaustion, and then CVD divergences. Do I think NQ is that bad of a manipulated market? I think the issue with NQ now is everything's so heavily weighted. Like when I was trading NQ 2 years ago, like when I first started trading NQ, the weights weren't as heavy. Now the top 10 stocks make up 75% of the index. So you can have one stock drive the entire index. Silver buy's looking nice. Yeah, silver looks nicer than gold right now. Gold, there's just no buyers stepping in. Silver, I would need to see this get above this like pre-COMEX level. Like right here. This was right where COMEX opened. I'd need to see it get and sustain above that level. How did you scale from low 5 figures to higher 5 figures? It's just you know, like my first 40K month and my first 60K month, I only had 5 top step accounts. It's just, are you getting to max payout consistently, and are you able to? It's just a size thing, Caleb. It's just a size thing. See if this big buyer holds at 73.4. Never aim. Yeah, I'm not saying aim for the max payout. I'm just what I'm saying is like the difference between low 5 figures to like middle to high 5 figures is just hitting max payouts and sizing. Which asset do I trade the most? Gold. Gold. All right. I just got paid out on Rise. What do I think about trading platinum and palladium? You know, I personally haven't touched them, so. All right. We're gonna take this payout on stream, guys. I'd like to show you guys what this looks like. Let me get my wallet up. All right. So that goes straight to my bank account. Will probably be there in the next day or so. I just want to show you guys what that looks like. Payouts are pretty straightforward, but I like to show that shit on stream because I know some people are like, well, no one takes payouts. I literally just pulled up my fucking Rise account and took it on live, bro. It's from Alpha. I'm scared of prop accounts and getting denied. Look at I have a 40-minute YouTube video going over the top 10 props that I'm using. I talked about payout denials in that. There's a few firms that do have issues with payout denials, like Alpha has denied me a couple payouts. Alpha has denied me a few payouts, and then My Funded Futures, I had those issues. I don't. There's a reason I don't recommend Apex, is because of their denials. We're having selling. There's a CVD divergence on silver. Silver might pop here. You're having selling as prices continue to move up. You might get a pop here. Your CVD is moving lower. Prices back up near the highs. What do you think of Top Step? Seeing mixed thoughts about it online. I'm new to prop firms and I'm based in the Dubai. Top Step is good. Top Step is good. People have issues with the Project X platform, which they're improving stability on it. They're improving support again. I've been open in my. I am a brand ambassador for Top Step for about 2 more weeks here. I've been open about my criticisms and my critiques of Top Step, but I still think they are a top firm. They just need to fix the issues that they've seen from how many users that they've grown. They're the biggest firm in the space for a reason. They've also been around the longest. I think there's some things that their competitors are doing better than them, that they were previously doing really well, like support-wise especially. But no, I still think Top Step's the top firm in the space, bro. They just need to fix their issues. Why would prop firms deny you any payouts? I don't get it. Because most firms have very straightforward and clear rules. Some firms have rules hidden away to deny you the payouts. DC, you're on a 2-month dry streak. If you've been on a dry streak for 2 months, are you running multiple accounts, DC? I'm the only ones who have denied me, but it was my own fault for now. Yeah, like I've been denied 3 payouts from Alpha. One of them was my fault. The news trading was my fault, but the order book spam, I think that's a bullshit rule. But once I corrected that, I haven't had any issues with Alpha. Yeah, 4. Why are you? If you're on a dry streak, why are you running multiple accounts, bro? You should really just run one account. Go to a firm with a consistency rule. Yeah, I got denied 3 because copy trading 3 and it was news. Yeah. Chances silver hits 75. I think there's a good probability it runs up to 75. As long as this holds up here, because your CVD is moving lower. You should get a nice pop here. Your CVD is moving lower, and like you're having sellers stepping in as prices making higher highs. Yeah, Lucid, no problems, fastest payouts. I've had to. Yeah, bro. Like, I've requested payouts on Lucid. I requested a payout on Lucid. They paid it out. It was in my bank account in 4 hours. True, I just didn't want to change anything, but that makes sense. Yeah, I mean, like, I had the same mindset, DC. I went through a cold streak from July, start of July. At the start of July, I took a payout. I took some payouts at the start of July, but then I didn't have any payouts after the first week of July, till the start of October. I went through that cold streak, and I was doing the same thing, bro. I was running multiple accounts. I was running multiple firms still, and it's like, take a step back, go to an account with a consistency target. Be happy with a smaller payout, bro. Be happy with a $1,500 payout. Get the consistency back, and then the payouts will come again. Like, I can literally show you my rise. Like, I just started taking smaller payouts, and then it just started building. I'll pull it up, bro. I'll go through all my payouts. Like, you can see it, bro. You can see it. June, right? These were from some other firms. The payouts in July were from Top Step. But then I didn't get anything till October, right? October 6th. Then I took a $2,700 payout. Then I was running 2 Tradify accounts. I got a $4,500 payout. Then I was running 2 Zero accounts, $2,700. Added another Tradify account. So now I had 3 Tradify accounts. $6,700 payout. These are still the same 2 Zero accounts. Then I had another payout on Tradify, another payout on Tradify. I got up to 5 Tradify accounts. I blew all of them except for 1, so that's why these Tradify payouts get smaller. Funded Next, Alpha, and then Tradify, Alpha. I've had one Tradify account for like 3 months now, and then some larger payouts from Alpha. But yeah, like, just be okay with smaller payouts. Are these bubbles volume? The bubbles are delta. So yes, they are volume, but it's the difference between buyers and sellers at each price point. So like on this last bubble, like this big bubble, you have 37 more buyers than sellers at that area. Can you run several accounts? Yeah, you can run several accounts at Top Step. I'm on the funded or the focused trader program, so I can only have 1 account right now, which fucking sucks. But I should be in a live account here pretty soon. I'm already at like a 25K balance in my 50K. My CVD on Bookmap, so like I just pulled in. When I loaded this in, it was the last 24 hours of data. So it starts the CVD. At 7 p.m. Do I think gold will keep dumping? No, this looks like buyers might be trying to step up. Looks like you kind of ran out of sellers down in this area, and you had a big buyer step up. I would like to see us get through VWAP first before I would have confidence in that. Silver looks cleaner. Silver's also setting its COMEX high second, which, if you guys don't know the stat, I'm gonna pull that up for you guys really quick. So I'm gonna go to profitable. I'm going to hop over to my saved reports, COMEX IB. All right, so let's just make sure I have the right session on here. 8 to 11. Run this again. So if I'm looking, right, when your IB low forms first and your high forms second, 74% of the time you're breaking that high. So right now what I'm looking at, and I can even show it to you on the live charts, which is really nice on this platform. I can go here, I can set my COMEX, right? So this is your COMEX IB, and then I can pull in the stat right on this right hand side. IB high first, right? It breaks the IB low. IB low set first, breaks the IB high 72% of the time. So since this high is set second, I know I want to lean towards the upside. Gold, it's not as clear. Oh shit, how come they put you on that? Because in July I blew 110 accounts in 3 weeks, bro. I talked about that in my most recent YouTube video. Profit split stays the same. Going live, just the only difference between going live and staying in the simulated environment is you don't have a payout cap anymore. That's really like the main difference. How'd you learn to use Profitable? It's just footprint charts. It's nothing crazy. But like also like Urge 2 built this platform based off what I teach in the mentorship. So this was really like, okay, like I've taught all these things and Urge 2 just decided, okay, I'm gonna go build this platform. Can I show settings for the IB report? Yeah. Do you have Profitable? Haseeb? Well, there's your report. I don't even have to show you the settings, bro. I can just send it to you. Yeah, that should link you right to the exact settings that I've put in. You can use that same report for GC. So like that's the silver one, but you can use the exact same report for GC, and it's around this. Like you're gonna get similar stats, right? You have similar rejection stats. You have similar hold rates. There's also CVD divergence on GC. I'd like to see GC break through this VWAP, bro. The only thing I don't like is the COMEX high set first. And the COMEX high set first and it's very far away. 8:20 till 9:20. And that's good till 11 a.m. Do I use COMEX a lot? COMEX is just the session open. I'll use the COMEX VWAP. It's more of a frame. It's more of a way to frame trades. It's not like the way that I like to utilize it is framing. In terms of framing. Jossie's in the chat. I see you typing, Jossie. How you doing, bro? Silver 76K today? What do you mean? What do you mean 76? Like it moves up to 76? How do you show? Okay, yeah, I'll show you. So you go to your indicators, Haseeb, and then you're going to select IB. You're going to select IB in here, and then you just go to your settings and you just add a custom IB in there. So you can have multiple on the same indicator. You're long from 73,610. Gonna hold it. Yeah, I could see it moving up to 76. You just need there to continue to be buyers. I'd like to see the IB high break. Your CVD also, like you're having these sellers come in, but they're not really getting much right now. They're not doing much. IQ's dumping pre-market. I wouldn't say that's dumping, but I'd expect that 600 level to hit that true day open. Because we didn't hit it in London. I don't think we did. No, we didn't. Yeah, I'd expect that 600 level. I want to swing some positions, but I got nothing right now. Yeah, I might hop back into some silver swings. I just want things to be very clear when I take that position. And like the last week, it hasn't been super clear. GC's still struggling. Silver's the leader right now. If this hits, it might be my best trade ever. How many contracts are you in, Jossie? One mini on 150k advanced. Okay. Yeah, that'd be a good trade. You're in with 2 minis. Dude, 2 minis on silver's crazy. You can make a lot of money with 2 minis. That's all I've been trading. I haven't gone over 2 minis. I haven't gone over 2 minis on silver. It's like I did 2 weeks ago or like last week. I tried trading with more than 2 minis. It's too much size. It's too much size. So I set contract limits on my accounts where I'm like, okay, I'm only trading 2 minis, no more than 2 minis. Three micros. Yeah, 3 micros is still that's still a lot of size because 5 micros is equivalent to 1 mini. It's a weird asset. 5 micros is equivalent to 1 mini. So. Like, I am in longs on my personal account with just 2 micros. My fill price was 73.4. I'm long with 2 micros and I'm up $1,000 on it. Like 2 micros, you can make a lot. You can make good money with 2 micros, bro. Oh, it's 2 micros each. Okay, gotcha. That's much more reasonable. Let's see. Yeah, I thought it was 5 accounts with 2 minis, bro. I was like, that's a lot. That's a lot, bro. We're still moving higher with less buyers. I feel like we can move up to 75 or 76 here. We're about to have New York open as well, so just be aware of that, guys. And the COMEX IB is breaking. I'm in silver longs. That's good. Are we for real scrolling TikTok? No, I was modifying my stop. I was literally modifying my stop, buddy. Oh, Eric's on the phone. That you probably heard Eric. Yeah. Nah, Eric trades by himself, bro. Busted in 4K. No, that's crazy, bro. Still nothing from Nils. I think he's living in Ukraine now, but I'm not sure. Gold's still just in the fucking pits of hell, bro. What happened to him? I think he moved to Ukraine, bro. He has family out there. Yeah, that is a fake account. Be aware of the fake accounts, guys. There's also orders sitting up at 74 and a half. So I'm looking for that 75 to hit, or 76. I'm looking for this value area high, but you might see a stall out up at that 74 and a half. We have New York open in 6 minutes too, so there will be volatility when that opens up. Just be aware of it, guys. Make sure your positions are protected if you're in anything. There's multiple good points to bring your stop up to on silver. GC hasn't really moved. Jossie, your break even. Dude, GC's just not moving. GC's being a stubborn bitch. Do you have to pay for data on Bookmap? Yes, you do. You need to pay for a data connection. Dude, silver's wild. I'm in 2 micros. I'm in 2 micros on my personal.
And I'm up $1,300 on it. Off 2 micros, bro. Like, that's crazy. I didn't even get a good entry. How tight is my stop loss? I have my stop at 73,625. So off this impulse. Where we have this clean impulse. Like just below the wick. We're also hitting some IB extensions. I think I'm gonna get out of this before New York Open. Yeah, I'm out of that. I think it still has room to the upside. I just don't want to hold it into the open and potentially lose. I mean, my stop wasn't in profit, but I'm gonna take it. Nah, we pumping? Yeah, no, I think it still looks good, Jossie. I just wanted to take the risk off in my personal. So, yeah. $1.3K is good. Yeah, I'm up. I took 2 trades on it. I'm up 1,900 off 2 micros. And then I'll probably pick up some options here. If we get a pull up, if we get a pullback. We are also at value area high for this range, so I think it's a good. I think it's good to get out of that position before New York Open. It could pop, very well could pop, but gold is moving. Is it? No, it's dead, bro. What are you talking about, Roxka? We haven't. This thing's been dead. It's been dead since that sell-off. Oh, I just got the chills. Alright, there's your open. If we get a retrace on this, I want to get back in on this. I just want to see us like level out. Gold's still heading lower too. No, I only ever use the 1 minute to adjust stops when the volatility's high. I never use it to like enter positions or any of that. I think some people get caught up on the 1 minute too. You got your 10 points, that's good. $43.55. No, I don't see that gap closing. Unless this continues to, unless this sells off below these 70s, then I wouldn't expect that gap to close. Yeah, I know about 1555 levels. Those are your settlement levels. But no, I don't use them. How long does it really take to be profitable? I've seen people turn profitable in 3 months. I've seen it take 4 or 5 years. It depends on the person. Depends on the trader. That's good. It's like when you're coming into close, what your MOC levels are. Market on close. That's where you get a lot of volume. So some people utilize those levels because there's a lot of volume transacted. We're right back at POC. See if that holds, or if we sell through it. Did I change my strat? Not really. I just refined it. I'm glad I got out of that position. We're right near that COMEX low. I'd like to see it hold, but it might not. It's a crazy wick. Thoughts on NQ? Again, I'd be looking for that 600 level to hit. Or that 625, where that true day open is, just because we didn't sweep it in London. But I'd be looking for NQ to move higher today. I'd like to see True Day open sweep though. What is True Day? It's midnight. It's midnight open, New York time.
What's my win rate percentage? It fluctuates. Win rate percentage is it's. I don't think win rate metrics matter. My win rate fluctuates between 45 to 65%, depending on market conditions. Yeah, it's low 600s. VWAP should be opened at 6 p.m. open. Yeah, that's where I anchor mine. That's your overnight VWAP. I also, like, you can see I've got a COMEX VWAP as well. Volume profiles, I look at ranges. Yeah, it's a pretty bearish open. JC's trying to hold these 60s. we gonna get a little pullback? I don't know. This is pretty bearish. Volume's a little low. I'll move the mic a little closer. I had it off on the right. I mostly use volume profiles on ranges, Ryan. I think sessions are a good way to get started with volume profiles. Stop break even on what? NQ. Yeah. There's a reason I stopped trading NQ. What do I typically trade? I'm mostly trading metals. It was PMI today? I thought there was... Last time I checked, there was no news. So I guess, yeah, there is PMI in 1 minute here, or 20 seconds. It shows PMI on Top Step's calendar. Yeah, it's weird. Gold's still just getting no buyers. Yeah, it's the final. It's not like the actual release. Happy New Year, Rocky. How you doing? Yeah. So that number is pretty meaningless. Getting ready for Monday? Yeah, next week's where the fun starts. I'd be, if I'm putting a fib off IB, like, there's two different fibs you could take here. You could take a fib from the overnight, from this last pivot. Right, you could do this, or you can take the fib, you could take a bearish fib this way. It's about identifying the proper context. I'm still bullish on silver. Fibs, you need to identify trend. Hey, Kelly. Hey, Kelly. I sent you my configs on Bookmap.
Yeah, I appreciate it, Rotska, but I'm cool with how my bookmap's set up. I don't like to overcomplicate things on order flow, for order flow at least. These red lines, those are limit orders, Terry. I use bookmap data. Yeah, it's my data provider. It's just bookmap. I had Rhythmic before, but I just switched over to bookmap. They're all the same. Yeah. NQ just fucking ripping. Jesus. GC's trying to catch a bid. Love NQ. Yeah, NQ's like a love-hate relationship. Personally. The Latina is being toxic. I don't like that. Yeah, bro. NQ's crazy. Look, he might short this on what? NQ. Just be aware Micron's up 7%. Nvidia's also up 3%. Like, this is hard to short when all your big tech stocks are up a significant amount. Silver's catching a bid. NQ's just ripping higher. We're about to hit this big group of orders. See what happens. potentially. You have some buyers coming in. Gold's just not being very nice today. NQ's flying. NQ better today. Middles are done. I don't want to switch assets that frequently. Like, I'm trading gold and silver. Like, that's what I'm trading right now. I'm not going to switch over to NQ just because it looks better. I'm going to find one of the metal products to trade. I trade both sometimes at the same time. I wouldn't recommend trading two products at once. Like, just stick with, if you're trading one, just pay attention to one. You can start mixing biases, and then you also have to manage two positions. It's a lot. Am I seeing shorts on silver? Yeah, they could be reloading. It just looks like you're running out of buyers here. We also pushed back above that COMEX view up and immediately came back under it. So I'm leaning more towards the upside, but you could definitely see shorts come back in. The sellers aren't as heavy as they were off that initial open. So that's what I'd be paying attention to if aggressive sellers do step back up. Because look at the aggression right at this open, right? And that aggression's just not, it's not there right now. You could see them step back up though. It looks like there's some slight exhaustion from buyers right now. What's up, Cam? How you doing? What's Eric yapping about? I have no idea, bro. See if the seller causes some aggression. These sellers are trying. Yeah, that is crazy. Right on your stop, bro. I get stopped down. Yeah. You're buying up at the top of the range too. Or not at the top, but like near the top. I'd still expect that true day open to sweep one in Q. Yep, stopped. Yeah. Small though, so that's cool. Yeah. I mean, it happens. Yeah. There's absorption right here. I'm still leaning bullish, but it's like it's not looking good. I think there's still more room to the upside on the metals. It's just we need buyers to step in, and they're just not showing up. Where are my orders just getting rejected on my Lucid? What instrument are you trading? Silver? Are you on the micro product or the mini? You can only trade the mini. Yeah. Which, since you can only trade the mini product, I wouldn't recommend it. I would not recommend it. I don't recommend you guys start trading silver. Like, I would trade gold. I would trade gold over silver. No, you can trade micros on gold. You can trade micros on gold. It's just silver. You can't trade the micro product on silver, on Lucid. Some props offer the micro product on silver, some don't. Like, I think Tradeify offers the micro product. Or no, Tradeify is only the mini, I think. My Funded Futures, I believe, has both the micro and the mini. Lucid only has the mini. I think Alpha has both the micro and the mini. SIL is the micro, yeah. There's some big buyers. See if they push this time. Gold's still just dead, bro. Gold just ain't moving today. Yeah. Silver does look like it wants to go higher. Gold keeps getting hammered by sellers. Yeah, this is a weird candle print too on silver. I feel like whatever this candle prints is going to be the trend for the day. And Q short, this looks decent, not gonna lie. Weren't you just trying to long it? Yeah, but I looked at bigger picture. Yeah, you should look at the bigger picture before you try the long too. Yeah, if it breaks 73, that's what I'd be looking at too. It's right where VWAP is as well. See if it holds here. Gold. Gold broke its COMEX IV. And silver had a double break on its COMEX. Yeah, I mentored Jaren. Double work's a lot more common. Yeah, it is. There's a lot of orders sitting right at VWAP too. On silver. We're kind of just between, we're stuck between 73, 74. Yeah, NQ sells. I think NQ Trudeau will hit. I mean, it didn't sweep it in London. Usually that's like where I would like to trade it to. Yeah, that looks like a fake out on NQ. Bro, your voice is very low. It's probably because I'm not talking loud. I also have the gain turned down on my mic. Holy sellers. Silver flusher. Yeah, I can see it. Gold's starting to lose those 50s too. NQ is Jewish PA. What does that even mean, Ratska? I didn't say that. It was not me. Oh, sorry. I misread the chat. Oh my days. What did NQ just drop? Yeah, straight to Trudeau. What do I usually target for TPs? I'll use IB extensions. I'll use value area highs, value area lows, VWAPs, some liquidity. Depends on what time of day it is, where it's sitting at. Edge full or profitable? I'd go with profitable. You get more out of the platform. Under 60 points, Roki? Yeah, that mental. Yeah, Jared Tendler. That guy, he's excellent for trading psychology. Yeah, and he's good because he's not a trader. He has a PhD in psychology. He works with um he works with poker pros and golf pros and traders. What else am I live on Twitch? No, I'm live in Discord. I'm just live on YouTube and Discord. When do I think gold flips? I can see it coming back up to VWAP. It's hitting that second standard deviation. Most of the time, you do have a return to VWAP, so I could see this starting to flip here. It's right at this higher time frame POC as well. You also have 50s, which is a big psych level. Down 350 on funded, up 1.3K on demo. I mean, that happens, bro. Profitable or deep charts? I mean, deep charts is full order flow. Profitable is like a mix of order flow and statistics. So I personally prefer profitable, but if you're looking for an order flow tool, then I haven't used deep charts, so I can't really recommend the platform not having used it. I just use Bookmap and Profitable. It depends on what you're looking for. Are you looking for a really in-depth order flow tool? Then go with deep charts probably. But if you're looking for a mix of order flow with statistics and journaling, go with Profitable. What's profitable? It's a newer platform. And this is profitable. There's no consistency rule in the eval on Apex. Yeah, it's 1 day pass. You can do 1 day pass on Apex. I don't recommend trading Apex. There's a consistency rule in the funded though. Why not just trade top step? True. I mean, if you don't like the Project X platform, then that's understandable. The payout rule seems gay to me. The payout rule's not a big deal, bro. Tradeify's that same payout rule, buddy. You're using Tradeify. You're saying that Top Step's not on Flex? No, they have the same payout rule, bro. It's the same payout rule. Yeah. It's not a big deal though. It's literally, hey, you took a payout. Like you have to make money between your payouts. Like that's all it is, bro. It's not a big deal. If you have $5,000 in an account, you take a $2,500 payout. Oh, you have to have more than $2,500 on your next payout. Like it's not a big deal. Everyone's making a big deal out of that. And it's like, guys, like this is not what you guys like. Everyone's reading the rule wrong. No, you don't have to get back to the same balance, bro. That's where the big misunderstanding is. Everyone's assuming you have to make it back to. Yeah, no, no one's actually read the fucking rule and they don't understand it. It's like, come on, bro. What are we doing here? No, how it works is, let's say you have $3,000 in your account, you take a $1,500 payout. In order to get to your next payout, your total balance has to be $1,501 or whatever it is. So you just have to have made. You just have to have the equivalent of your post payout balance. Yeah. Everyone's misinterpreting it. These sellers are aggressive. GC CVD's creeping up. CBD is moving up, but your price is still moving down, which is not good. For longs, at least. It's good for shorts. You just need to be above, yeah, you just need to be above 2501. Do the error remove people of the purchase limits? What do you mean? No, if you take a payout for 1,500, you don't have to make you don't have to make 1,500 back to take the next payout. Silver short or wait? I'd wait. I mean, these sellers are really aggressive. I'd see if the IB low breaks. You've got 3 minutes till New York IB's fully set. Yeah, it's 10 a month. Yeah, that's just how it is. But you can reset up to two a day. Yeah, but Rocky, you weren't even gonna trade today, bro. You weren't even gonna. You still caught a nice move, bro. I haven't updated the indicator tab in the Discord yet. How did I play intraday open? Because London didn't sweep it. Whenever you see London doesn't sweep True-Day Open, it's pretty high probability that it moves back to that area. It's got like a 75 or 80% hit rate. Like, you can reset your account. You can reset each combine up to 2 times a day. Am I in a trade right now? No. Can you explain the candle's unprofitable? If the balance at the bottom is positive, does that mean the yeah, total volume on that candle on the that's how footprints work. So, like, if you're seeing like here it's negative 197, that means there's more sellers. There's much more sellers on that candle than buyers. No, the resets don't count towards 10 a month. So the candle's bearish but positive volume. Not like that's like you have a bullish candle here, but you've got a bearish delta, and then you have more sellers hit the come in. But on this previous candle, you have a bearish candle but a positive delta. No, they're the same trading day, Zora. Alright, the IB's set. Let's see if it breaks the low. Or if it holds here. It looks like it's about to break low. Yeah, silver just broke low. What's gold doing? VWAP mean reversion. VWAP mean reversion. You're looking for essentially how that's working is you have these standard deviation return rates. So, like when you're hitting specific bands on the VWAP. Like you're hitting, if you hit that second standard deviation band, most of the time you return to the VWAP. At some point, there's no time frame on that. At some point, it should return to VWAP. So how I would use that is like you're looking at, if I'm looking at this second standard deviation band, okay, our IB low's set here. I might try to take a long here with my stop at this IB low, just looking for it to return to that VWAP, the white line. Just for like a scalp, if that makes sense. Yeah, you're looking for other confluences as well. GC volume's just dead. Yeah, it's not moving too much. What's good, Eric?
Still on stream?
Yeah.
I was about to tickle you, bro.
You're gonna tickle me? That's crazy. Why do I use profitable and not TRChart, for example? Because this is it's an all-encompassing platform. Your volume profile is set to the weekly Sunday open, but how does that give you any useful information when trading Monday, even Tuesday? I'm basing it off ranges, Pudge. So I'm looking at like what current ranges are. Typically, it doesn't matter what day it anchors on. And it's based on the context of the market. Should I buy back to funded account on Top Step for 500 after blowing many out evals to skip the process? No. No. If you can't get through the eval, then like what makes you think you're gonna get to payout? Something's wrong there with your psych. You need to figure out what that is. I wouldn't recommend doing back to fundeds. I think it's a waste of money. Unless you know you can make it to payout. And even that, it's very expensive. Yeah, it's just a waste of money, bro. Yeah, my funded futures should pay out 100K at once, but like, I wouldn't worry about that issue unless you have that balance. How much did they pay me out? They paid me out 75K. It was 178 in T-Bali. But that was before they changed the program. They changed their funding program around a little bit. $61, yeah. I'd be mad. I mean, I kind of knew that they weren't going to pay out the full amount. I had a sneaking suspicion that they wouldn't pay out the full amount. I'd see if this IB low holds on GC for longs back up towards this VWAP. And then on silver, we did break the IB low, which I don't really like. We're also below both VWAPs. So I'd see both they're not correlated right now, which I don't really like that much. I'd see if this VWAP holds or if we bust through it. If we bust through this VWAP, we're probably getting a double break today. Or my top firms right now. I made a video on it. There's a 40-minute video on my YouTube. But I think Tradeify, Lucid, TopStep are the best firms right now. Take Profit's also good. Their support sucks though, and I can't trade intraday. I hate intraday trailing. It just does not fit with the way I trade. Intraday is great if you can scalp. If you can scalp well, I like to hold my trades. Silver was a wick only break. Yeah, the wick onlys are still very high percent chance that the IB holds. All right. Do I have experience with Perdea? I do not. Up to 62. Yeah, that's that lower band as well. If it pushes through this lower band, I'd be looking for us to come up to that VWAP. What's an IB extension? Sorry to ask. No, you're good, bro. So essentially, like, let me pull up profitable for this. It's going to be easier to show. So, like, you've got your IB high, your IB low. Then you have these extension levels. These have certain percent chances of hitting. So, if I go over and look at NQ, NQ said it's IB high and it's IB low. Based off the IB size and previous IBs, there's a 83% chance you hit that 0.1 extension if you break this low. So you would have to break the low already. Yeah, I'm aware that it does stop. I'm aware that the intraday trailing does stop. I hate intraday trailing. I've always used I've used the IB for like 2 years now. What do I think about trading my own capital? I mean, I've done it before. It's just props have such a high ROI. Baron, are you aware that you're a good boy? Bro, Eric's always telling me that shit, so yes. No, I've been using the IB since I switched to gold. It's just the IBs are slightly different. Silver's coming up to that VWAP. How does that help? You know, it helps with targets. So you can take breakout trades to those target levels. You can also look to take reversals off those extension levels. Why does your trading ambassador stop at TopStep soon? I can't really talk about it. Or Zeke? I think Zeke's taking a break from trading for a little bit. Thought he got muted for a month. No, I was just threatening that because he was spamming, like he was tagging. He kept tagging me. He kept tagging other people, and I was like, bro, like this is fucking annoying. Like, what the fuck are we doing here? It's got no. There's no rule, bro. Yeah. No, I've seen that, Terry. No, there's no guideline. If you have a question, tag me. It's just like Zeke was spamming it, where he'd hop in different chats, he'd tag me or he'd tag other people, and then he'd delete the message. Yeah, he was just trolling. I'm like, can we just stop this? Because I was just getting Discord notifications constantly about being tagged, and I like go to check it, and there's no message there. I'm like, what the fuck are we doing? Yeah. All right. I think I'm gonna hop off stream. There's not too much I'm looking for. Yeah, safe. That's rough. How tall am I? I'm 6'6", bro. Have a great weekend. You as well, Rocky. Yeah, I've had an account down to like $48, and I've brought it back to in profit. Alright. I'm gonna hop off here, guys, but I will see y'all later. I'll post anything in premium that I see. Alright. Have a good one.